So I have to tell you, I was last night online talking to friends at 2 o'clock in the morning, trying to figure out exactly what the hell happened yesterday with James Comey. I mean, I talked to senators last night, congressmen last night.
Name dropper.
Did you get any closer to the answer?
Zero. Oh. Everyone started. Everyone.
The same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I had, you had more of an answer for me than anybody else, Caleb. I mean, everybody else, literally the senators were all saying the same thing. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I'm glad I'm not alone there, because that's what I kept thinking last night. I was texting people going, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I thought we were going to talk about, the U.S.'s World Cup bid today.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I know how important the U.S. World Cup is to America, but I'll tell you. Well, I'd like to hear, Sarah, let's start with you. What do you think?
It's the part that's interesting to me is that you had all of these Democrats calling for his head. Last week you had Hillary Clinton giving speeches about how he was basically the
villain number one.
Yeah, he was the reason. His interference in the election was the reason that she lost the presidency. And now all of a sudden they're, saying that Trump needs to be impeached over this.
Did anybody see Colbert last night?
No.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We don't discuss Colbert.
It was crazy. He gets in front of the crowd and he says, hey, so 10 minutes ago it broke, James Comey was fired. Everybody cheers. And he freaks out and realizes, no, you're on the wrong side. And he said, oh, looks like we're all full up with Trump supporters here. Everybody hard laughs, okay? They just hadn't got the memo. No, you're supposed to change sides again.
Yeah, so and then honestly, I said this, I think, last week. I kind of feel bad for the guy because, like we were saying last week, it seems like he is trying to do the right thing, and it's making each side mad and angry. And I'm sitting here wondering to myself, why didn't Trump use the reason that he made the misstatements about Uma's emails on her computer? Wouldn't that have made him look like the good guy to the Democrats? And he didn't. I mean,
Democrats are never going to look at him as
well, but he could have at least said, I was saying exactly what you guys were saying. I even fired him over it. And instead, he chose the reason that he knew would polarize people. And I'm wondering if that was on purpose.
Well, so Washington Post just a few minutes ago just broke that the reason they're saying that last week that he actually requested for more money and resources from the Justice Department, the Bureau of Investigation.
Okay, so that is Washington Post now? Because I had that from the New York Times earlier.
Right.
Yeah, the Justice.
I need when you have something as sketchy as the New York Times, you want a second source.
You have to go to another liberal source.
Right, yeah.
Justice Department is saying that report is 100% false and it didn't happen. They're denying it, and they're saying that's coming from the Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein.
But even if he did, so what? It's not like if you fire Comey because he's showing signs that they're deepening this investigation. What is that going to do? He's not all of a sudden, he's not the head of the counterintelligence department within the FBI. They're the ones doing this investigation. It's not Comey. You get rid of Comey, and now who do we have? We have McCabe that is now acting director.
Yeah.
He's going to be he's a Clinton guy.
Yeah.
You think the investigation's going to stop? No, he's going to go full speed ahead. So I just don't, even these are random conspiracy theories that people are throwing out there.
I will tell you that the only thing that makes sense to me is that Donald Trump doesn't like somebody who he can't count on. And he doesn't know if he can count on him. He saw the excuse of the new guy coming in and saying, hey, he doesn't have any credibility, which I don't think he does. I mean, because he is being used as a pawn, he's becoming bigger than the office. You don't want that. That's J. Edgar Hoover stuff. You don't want a personality in charge of the police. And so he thought, this will be good, and I'm firing them because of the Clinton stuff. That's what they'll love him. They want him gone, not thinking, still thinking that people on the left like him for some reason, like the Clintons. And he then went, and instead of doing it the right way, of calling Comey into his office and saying, you need to resign, dude, and here's why. And then he would have resigned himself, and they would have worked it out like every president always does. He puts this statement out and fires him in the middle of a speech.
And he finds out on the news.
No.
Breaking news,
No,
right?
the crowd, the TV was behind him. So the crowd, and he stops, and he's like, what? No, that's got to be a joke.
Yeah, he thinks that they're joking.
Yeah. See, this is the
Crazy.
reason why this gives credence to the people who are saying you cannot just be. It's easy for you to have a personality when it comes to politics, but when it comes to the actual day-to-day, the policy, the things that actually run a government, to run America, that's when we see these problems happen. Where we see this problem of this personality that's, oh great, yeah, I can do whatever I want and everyone loves me and that's amazing. But then there are actual people affected here. And we need people who are able to deal with that type of stuff.
So the biggest question I get is, when you read the Deputy Attorney General's letter to Jeff Sessions, the Attorney General, he makes a very compelling case for why James Comey should be dismissed. The question I have is, the Justice Department's Inspector General is currently investigating the very topic they're using to fire him. The Justice Department, FBI's role in the Hillary Clinton email investigation, Comey's press conferences, the 2 letters he sent to Congress, and whether those were appropriate or not. That's currently under investigation by the IG's office. The question I have is, why didn't the Deputy Attorney General wait for that conclusion from the IG to make the recommendation?
Right, and that is curious, and is this possible? I mean, I say this with Jason over here, who is strangely the biggest conspiracy freak, and yet the one who comes out and says, that's just crazy conspiracy. So I say this.
You can't pick and choose. You can't pick and choose.
Not knowing which way he's going to come out of the gate shooting. But that is odd. Why not wait for the IG? Does this stop the IG's investigation of Comey or not?
Why would it?
I don't think it would, because it's broader than just Comey. But the timeline gets weird. So Deputy Attorney General puts out this letter May 9th, that's yesterday. Within hours, the Attorney General puts out his letter, and within an hour, he's fired. You didn't think the president would take a night to overthink what he's reading from them? He made the decision same day. It's not like this got to him a week ago, and then he releases this a week later. It took me a week to decide, or it took me 24 hours. This is all within one day. Everything's time-stamped.
I don't understand the timing either, because if they really wanted to get this done, they could have done it on Inauguration Day. I mean, they really could have, or the day after, or whatever. Maybe because it took so long for the cabinet to come together, and there really wasn't even an attorney general.
Did he have any more testimony he had to give to the Senate subcommittee?
Thursday.
Huh?
He was going to give testimony Thursday in front of Mark Warner and Richard Burr's committee.
Which has been canceled.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But if he had done it in January, everybody would have said, oh, look, he was just waiting to pounce on this to shut it down. I mean, there's no win situation for him as far as the way that looks.
Yeah.
But then Sessions wasn't even confirmed at that point. He was going through his own problems. But a lot of people have said, why didn't they do it immediately? Well, I mean, there was really no one to do it. There was no deputy, there was no attorney
At this point, the best timing seems wait for the IG's report to come out. That's why there's more questions.
Any speculation from anybody on why this happened this way? It could be, I mean, Trump is so erratic. I could see somebody walking in to Donald Trump's office. He doesn't like James Comey because he's not a friend. He can't count on him. Somebody coming in and say, hey, I've got these 2 reports. Just fire the damn guy. I could see him doing that.
Well,
fire him.
The letter is like a bad breakup note, though.
And that's how
Seriously.
they always are.
Hey, my friends convinced me of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and break up with you. But hey, thanks for being my girlfriend for a little while. Good luck in your future.
We'll always be
relationship.
friends. We'll always be
Weird.
friends. You can call an apprentice.
And the reason it was layered too, it was having multiple layers. You know, kind of like
No, it was a crap sandwich. It was, hey, I love you. We have some problems. I'm innocent. I'm completely innocent. And best of luck.
Yeah, he definitely put that out there.
Yeah.
We explored it this morning in the radio program. By the way, that's theblaze.com/doc. You want to go back and listen to it. Of all the possibilities, all the possibilities, and none of it makes sense. Even stretching to why it would happen this way. I think it comes down to one of two. Either there's something we really don't know, and we know there's a lot that we never found out about the emails and all the stuff that was kept confidential, or it really came down to Trump just saying, I want to do this.